and Embiid are up front. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for Boston, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Tatum pulls it in. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Outside White. Tatum with a screen. White, the pass to Brown. They double-team Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. Knocks down the long K.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Oubre. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Tatum. Shoots over George. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Here's Edgecombe. Here's Embiid. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. It's Brown on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Outside Oubre. Fires from deep. The rebound, Celtics. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
Now here's White to the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Sixers are one of the more high-variance teams in the league. With their star veterans in PG and Embiid fully healthy, they have a chance to win the East. Without, they'll need to lean heavily on their promising young players.
They are plenty talented. Thank you, Shams. And so it's Boston with it. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Brown can't hit.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Down low. And George with the basket on the assist from Edgecombe.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Here's White. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's George. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. George has gotten his second bucket.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Outside Tatum. Vucevic, a screen on George. Tatum from long range knocks down the triple. Tatum's got 5.
Well, Tatum is rightfully as confident as they come from deep. He saw that look and didn't waste it.
Yep, that one's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Embiid, covered by Vucevic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
That free throw, no good.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. And the second free throw is good. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Tatum with a screen. White, the pass to Pritchard. To the inside. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
And Embiid throws it down.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
The Celtics with the lead. Now here's Brown. Still no points. Over to the wing. Pritchard with it. Picked up by Embiid. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. There's no question. Peyton Pritchard has one of the best value contracts in the league.
Sure does, B.A. He's on a 4-year, $30 million deal, signed back in 2023. He's a tireless worker, a talented scorer, playmaker, and, of course, outside shooter.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Embiid, good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. White on the wing, pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Philadelphia. And here's Maxey outside. Hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Shireman's checked in for Derek White. And here are the Sixers now. It's a 3-point game. Barlow passes to Maxey. Over Pritchard. Maxey, that's good.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams. Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Edwards, a pass to Barlow. Here's Maxey. 14 feet away. Again, Philadelphia.
And capable of sticking it from the mid-range. I like seeing Maxey go to work from this area.
Pritchard against Maxey. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 2.
After missing his first 4 shots, he finally gets one to drop.
The floater. Boston with a rebound. And the jam by Brown.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
76ers trail by 4. Now Maxey. Pass to Barlow. Back to Maxey. to the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, smart play there by Maxey, opening things up for someone with the pick and roll.
Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 7.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And here's Grimes. No made baskets yet. Outside Maxey. 4-3. Sinks the tray.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Shireman. Pass to Brown. Tatum with a screen. Here's the 3. Brown, no good.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Maxey. Shireman grabs a board. Boston has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Pritchard from outside. Barlow grabs a miss. The Sixers trailing. Here's Maxey. And he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Here's Brown. It's hauled in by the Sixers. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Three-pointer, no good. Tatum with it. Outside, Brown. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for the Philadelphia 76ers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Queta in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Lowry outside. Up top, Embiid. 19-footer. It doesn't go for him. Boston's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Outside Pritchard. Fires the 3. Barlow grabs a miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Left side, Edwards. Pass to Grimes. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Boston with a rebound. Next up, the Knicks in New York. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Here's White. Drops one in from the wing. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Lowry. He's scoreless. Three-pointer Embiid. And another miss by Philadelphia. Boston leading by 4. Here's Shireman. Pass to Pritchard. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
He's checked in for Boston. Martin, he's checked in for the Sixers. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Celtics, second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Outside Edwards. Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. Here's Martin. And another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics lead by 6. Inside. Here's Walsh. Pass to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Walsh. No points yet. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The 3. And it's Martin with the rebound. 76ers trail by 6. Outside Grimes. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Embiid. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Martin against Pritchard. White for 3. Buries it from 3. White's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, after a bad start, he looks like a different player right now.
And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Keita. And he dunks it down.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. 76ers trail by 7. Now Martin. Yet to see a basket. The kick out to Edwards. The 3 ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
I just love the ball.
The 76ers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. It's Martin on the wing, defended by Pritchard. Martin with the bucket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Boston on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Pritchard with it to the left wing. Here's Walsh. From the arc. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. 76ers trail by 8. Now here's Martin. Wide open look. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Celtics lead by 8. Now White. Give him 8. 3-pointer Pritchard. Sends it home from 3-point land. Pritchard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Walsh. And it's Brown in for White. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Paul George, he's checked in for Barlow. Oubre comes in for Edwards. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Martin. George, that one goes in. George has gotten his third basket of the night.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
On the wing, Hauser. He's covered by Oubre. And there's the screen. Down low. Oubre with a steal. Takes a three. And Tyrese Maxey with a three. Maxey's got 12 points.
Well, the corner three, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
To the inside. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Edgecombe, defended by Brown. Embiid, a screen on Brown. Pass to Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 14.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
And here's Hauser. Back to Brown. Looking to end this cold spell. And Brown with the stuff.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
76ers trail by 8. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
The shot's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as many as 11. On the wing, Tatum. George defending. From 20 feet. Tatum lays it up and banks it in. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Pass to Edgecombe. Now here's Embiid. Screen by Embiid. For three, George. Kata pulls it in. Kata's got 4 rebounds now. Pritchard, the pass to Kata. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Edgecombe, following the bucket by the Celtics. To the paint. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Outside, Brown. The three is up. They get the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Back to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. The free throw drops for Embiid. Vucevic, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. It's both from the stripe. Celtics lead by 6. And here's Brown. He's got 9. Outside Tatum from deep. The rebound by Maxey. The 76ers have gotten half their shots to fall in the second. 8 for 16. Pass to Embiid. Now here's George. Defended by Brown. Outside Oubre for three. He missed it. Now 3 for 7. Boston's gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
3 seconds left. And so it's Boston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Boston Celtics.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing no signs of letting up, guys.
As a three-point shooter yourself, Chet, this has to bring you back.
Oh, my gosh, those were the good old days.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Uh-oh, there's a duel at the point guard position, really testing each other's ability to run things. Cerebral battle.
You see, in basketball, Ernie, point guard is like chess. The center play, well, it's a little simpler, like checkers.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Boston leading by 9. Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. George and Embiid are up front. And it's Oubre in at the small forward.
Well, look, give White credit. He took the contact well and just powered through it.
Maxey with it. Pass to Embiid. Points. That one goes. Embiid's got 17.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Tatum attacking. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the bucket by Boston.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Meet him at the rim, Joel. Just a fantastic block there from Embiid.
George, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Outside, Brown. 90 seconds into the second half now. Outside Tatum. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Hauser can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 9. Here's Oubre. Give him 8. Puts it up from 12. And that one hits the back iron. Now here's White. Not a lot of room. Tatum with it. Guarded now by George. Vucevic, a screen on George. Tatum, shot is good. 16 points for him.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. 5th best, the Celtics.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
Embiid finds Oubre. Back to Embiid. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Now here's Brown. Picked by Vucevic. Brown passes to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Launches it. Rebound by Philadelphia. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. George has got 9.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Brown, no good. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Celtics lead by 6. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of a modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
And it's Maxey missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Tatum passes to Hauser. Back to Tatum. Now here's Hauser. He has 6. George with it. Picked up by Tatum. The 3 from Edgecombe. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. White, the pass to Vucevic. Embiid with a steal. Some room here for George. Good. And the assist to Embiid. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, good luck stopping that. When PG is hitting the pull-up with his size and hops, you just got to tip your hat.
Outside, Brown launches it from deep. Bullseye! Brown from way outside.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Oh, what determination! Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Now Brown, 14 points for him. Hauser can't get it to go. Oubre on the wing. Back to George. Lets it fly. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Left side, Brown. just showing his toughness inside.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
George outside from downtown. Rebound Boston. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Right side Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
76ers trail by 9. Here's Edgecombe. Still without a bucket. Maxey passes to Oubre. On target from range.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Tatum looking it over. From behind the arc. Tatum drills the 3.
And nice shot by Tatum. Answering the 3 from the other end.
George outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Boston leading by 9. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Outside Oubre. Pass to Edgecombe. For 3, Maxey. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Hauser. 6 points for him. To the inside. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Smart play by Tatum in the pick and roll. Disrupting the defense and getting himself open.
76ers trail by 11. George's shot is off. And Hauser, here we go. Oubre with a steal. Here's Edgecombe. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to George. Here's Edgecombe. Launches a 3. And George with the basket on the assist by Embiid.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now here's Vucevic. They set a pick. Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. They double team George. Pass to Embiid. Off target with the 3.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Vucevic. Banked it in off the glass. Vucevic has got 8.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
And here's George. Back to Maxey. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Change here for Boston. Boston leading by 8. 55 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Gonzalez, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's a smart pass in close quarters.
Philadelphia shooting an impressive 48% from the floor in the third quarter. Embiid from outside. Unable to get that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Gonzalez, guarded by Edwards. Pritchard, no good. 76ers trail by 10. Grimes, the pass to Watford. Now Embiid. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up. The shot won't fall. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics, dominating on the glass. What a quarter. Back after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Trailing by 10. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Shireman in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Lowry, he's checked in for Terry. Boston leading by 10. Pritchard with it. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And for the 76ers, they're shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. And there's a pick. Lowry, the pass to Embiid. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now here's Pritchard. Inside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Lowry. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. Pass to Embiid. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Embiid's got 25 points in the game.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Grimes, the pass to Embiid. Lowry, right side. Pass to Edwards. Here's Grimes. And it's all from three-point range. Celtics lead by 14. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Hauser outside. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Lowry doesn't have much fear when it comes to drawing contact. All he's worried about is putting up points on the board.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
And he's good on the first of 3.
You know, the savvy Kyle Lowry brings to his game is really special. He's so good at exploiting your weaknesses and causing trouble for you on both ends.
Maxey, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And he nails the third. Now Pritchard. And here's Tatum. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Tries again, and it's in there. Tatum's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Grimes. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going. And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Maxey attacking. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed going downhill.
To the inside. Here's Pritchard. Lowry with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Grimes with the ball. Guarded by Hauser. Pass to Lowry. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists now in this one.
Lowry can be dangerous from deep. The defense has to guard him better than this.
Now here's Tatum. Outside Pritchard. Takes the 3. And Grimes pulls it down.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
And here's Maxey outside. Boston pulls it in. Kid has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Hauser outside. Here's Shireman. Shot clock at 5. Lets a 3 fly. That shot missing. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Barlow. Let's go with a 3. Lowry, no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Shireman. Here's the pick. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Maxey. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Celtics lead by 12. Pritchard surviving the D. To the left side wing. Here's Shireman. Connects from downtown. Shireman's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
The putback. It's good on the putback. Embiid's got 27 points.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
They set the screen. Tatum from long range. And the Celtics another 3.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Outside Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Pritchard. The rebound by Lowry. 76ers trail by 14. Outside Maxey. Back to Lowry. To the paint. Tatum with a steal. 3-pointer. Pritchard hits a 3-pointer. And he's now got the double-double.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now here's Lowry. Outside Embiid. lays him in. Pritchard with it. On the wing, Tatum. Takes a three. And the Celtics another three.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Presentation of the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. George outside. Oubre finds Maxey. Here's Edgecombe, defended by Brown. Clock at 6. For 3, Maxey. Tatum pulls it in.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
It's Brown on the wing. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Here's Tatum. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Puts up the tray. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight. Now here's Maxey. And it's blocked.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Paul George pulls down the board. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. From outside the arc. Boston pulls it in. Now White. Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. And the Celtics another 3.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team.